Hello and welcome to my channel. I am the Psych Auto Scorer, and today we'll be talking about how to score the MMPI-3 without using any overlays and without having to continuously pay someone else to score it for you. So hopefully this will be a good alternative to what you've been using before, both financially and both with time. To help you out, I created an Excel spreadsheet that will score the MMPI-3 for you. All you have to do is enter in the patient answers into a column, these ones highlighted here in yellow, and then all you have to do, and it'll calculate the raw scores and the t-scores for each scale that you see there. So I timed myself doing this. It took me about 8 minutes to get through all of the questions, so this is a lot faster than than using the overlays, but there is still a little bit of time that you need to put into it in order to get those results that you want. But this should cut down a lot of the time. I wanted to add in the interpretations, but unfortunately for some copyright concerns, I was not able to do that. So unfortunately I couldn't do that. But hopefully if you're skilled with Excel, you could do that yourself. But if not, this should still save you some time. So without further ado, I just want to tell you about my Excel spreadsheet here and how to use it. So if you're familiar with what I've been doing before, anytime you see a box highlighted in yellow, that means you're going to be entering in some sort of information. And if you're familiar with the MMPI-3, you'll know that there are about 300 questions, 335 questions, and you'll need to enter in a response for each one of those questions. That's what this item number means. That is the question number within the test. Here you'll just be entering in a 1 for true or a 0 for false. So it can be a little time consuming, but as you can see, information is getting added as you go along with different t-scores and things like that. So I'm not going to go through all of this just to save you some time. I have some scores already set up for myself over here. This is just doing a pattern of zeros and ones going all the way down. And I'll just paste that in. So for some computers as well, as you're typing in scores, a lot of formulas are going on in the background. So if your computer is slowing down, feel free to type the scores over here first and then just copy and paste them over here in column C. So we do like a 1, 0, 3, like this. And then once you go all the way down with that, you would just copy and paste it over here. Just like that. And then you can clear that out. So that's what this first column C is here for. You'll notice that this green column over here became red and green. This is just the opportunity to let you enter in information a second time. As you know, we're not perfect, so just to make sure that you're crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's, you can go ahead and enter in the information a second time, and if it matches, it will turn green. And as long as you have all greens over here, like right there, things start getting a little weird, then that means you'll be good to go. But for the sake of the video, we won't be doing that. So right here, there's 2 errors, so they turned red for me. So just ignoring that, we'll move on to the scales portion. So you can see that we have the validity scales here. So the CRIN, VRIN, TRIN, F, FP, FS, FBS, RBS, L, and K. In column H, it'll give you the raw score, and then it will calculate the t-score for you. And then in column J, that just has the name of the scale, in case you're not comfortable just looking at just the number or just the letter. I also added in the higher order and restructured clinical scales. Those are right over here. Here are the raw scores. Here are the t-scores. Then we have the somatic / cognitive and internalizing scales right down here. And then we have the externalizing and interpersonal scales. And then finally we have the Psi 5 scales that are measures of personality. So as you can see, in order to scoring the MMPI-3 now just takes you as long as it takes you to copy all the answers and put them down here rather than having to use all those overlays. Once you do all those, you can use the second tab here to go to graphs, and that'll basically take those same tables that we saw before and then just put them in a graph form. So like right here, this orange line represents the clinical values, so anything over 65 can be clinically significant. So clearly using the 0-1-0-1 pattern, the validity scales did not like that, which is great because that means the validity scales are working and that they're catching things. And then we can see that if in this fake patient that the THD scale is elevated, and so is the RC2 LPE. So, the restructured clinical scale LPE. So, yeah, this is just a helpful way to visualize the data, and all this information updates as you update the other columns over there. And that'll go all the way down to the Psi5. And just to show you that these scales do update in real time, if we go back here and we clear these out, see all these have gone back to 0. We go to the graphs and the information has deleted. All right, I hope you find this helpful. If you do want to have a even faster way of entering this information, if you're familiar with SurveyMonkey or Qualtrics, I do believe there's a way that you can put the MMPI-3 into the survey and then just have your clients or patients take the survey like in your office, and you can code it so that anytime they put true, it'll give you 1, and anytime they put false, it'll give you 0, and then you could just copy and paste that over here. I won't go over that in this video, but that might be in a future video. But thanks a lot for listening.